A man reproduces himself through his child, so when he leave here, he can just smile. But I see fit to stay here a while, maybe buy a timeshare somewhere, rock bumware, beach chair, write a book each year. You can write yourself out of your blessings. Wreck your Lambo the first stages by driving too reckless. Time is too precious, need some obvious lessons. Please remind me to watch my step while I balance on edges. Ski on the slopes of life, slide down the Ave at night. Watching them graphing graffiti on walls, that's the sight. Cars from Germany, I be pushing the fastest type. Looking at real estate, brother, I need to ask in price. Imagine another rapper making me perspire. I got more styles and more flows, plus I'm much flyer. I got more heights to reach, but I'm already higher. I'm already on to the next thing. Peace and bless, King.
Peace and blessings for sure. Peace and blessings for sure. I feel like I'm kind of dark in here, but we will make it happen, guys. What's going on to What It Takes, where each and every Monday night, right around 9 o'clock, I do what's going on with real estate and business. We are August 8th, 2022. The astrologists will call it Lionsgate. Appreciate you all for checking in on this Lionsgate. This is supposed to be the luckiest day of the year, so I'm hoping that you all had a lot of luck today as I get into this. And man, I'm not going to be long today at all. I know I say that every night. I promise you it's true tonight. I'm not going to be very long. Let me do some quick housekeeping, guys. If you all are watching this program, as you see the ticker below, it says to please like, share, it should say subscribe. If you're checking this out on YouTube, remember each and every Monday. Each and every Monday at around 9 o'clock, I'm coming to you with real estate, business, some personal stuff, some excellent things going on. Definitely some announcements at the end of this. So hopefully I remember. Guys, remember on Wednesdays, it starts with me. Go check out Joel and Tenacity Foundation each and every Wednesday at around 12:30. He's going to drop a new video. And then, of course, on Friday, we have Community Beacon. This month, we are talking about time. Last week was a very good show. So go check out the Community Beacon you can check it out on YouTube, you can check it out on my YouTube channel or on the Tenacity Foundation channel in regards to what we spoke about last week, talking about time. It's just been interesting. This has been coming up a lot. And so we decided to dive into it. So this entire month, we'll be talking about time. All right, let me see if I can get back to where I was. I don't know how to get out of this thing. And then we can go into the real estate news of the day, which is interesting. Let's get into real estate. Let me see if I can pull this up for you guys. Perfect. All right, guys. Mortgage rates dropped to 4.99%. It was a surprise to everyone. The interest rates has been volatile. Everything with inflation. The Senate just passed a bill today, so we're going to pay attention to exactly what's going on. I think it was like $700 something billion, a bill that was passed earlier today. So we're going to keep checking it out. We're going to read about why, although the Feds the Feds shot up 3/4 of a point, second time in 2 months or something like that, a week or 2 weeks ago actually, and then we actually fell down to 4.99. Excuse me. Let's read it. Let's get into it. Average long-term U.S. mortgage rate fell below 5% for the first time in 4 months. All right. Days after the Federal Reserve jacked up its main borrowing rate in an aggressive effort to get inflation under control. This is a 30-year rate tumbled to 4.99%. A year ago, the rate was 2.77%. Excellent time to have refinanced, etc. We spoke about this a little bit last week, but it had not dropped to 4.99% last week, or by Monday when we had the conversation. The mortgage rates, I think this happened on Friday. Mortgage rates remain volatile. Yep, we discussed that. Due to the tug of war, but because of inflationary pressure and clear slowdowns. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm seeing going on in the market as an active real estate salesperson in the market, just working with my clients and also looking for deals for myself. So if you all have any investment deals, etc., I am definitely looking, both commercial and residential. But what I'm seeing is still got a lot of buyers out here. Um, we're not seeing what we saw February, March, April, where sellers were able to do whatever it was that they want. But homes aren't staying on the market that long. We're still at about 14, 15 days. And I would even, under 300 something thousand, and I'm going to actually do the math on that. Like under 300, 350,000. I mean, it's less than 7 days. So um, we're still seeing an aggressive seller's market, I think, uh, for what I'm seeing. I jumped all the way down here, which says home prices have kept climbing, even though sales slowed. I mean, last year we saw crazy jumps. Uh, right now it's still at 416,000. Is that what it's saying? Oh, that was from last year to June from a year earlier. Okay, so it's 416,000, 13.4% jump. You can't beat that up. You can't beat that anywhere in any market. So we're still seeing aggressive sellers market, guys. My suggestion, if you're looking to buy, buy. But if you're looking to sell now. We don't know what's about to happen. It's going to be interesting as we go into midterms as well to see all the stops that are being pulled out in order to buy your vote, because that's exactly what's going on. All right, cool. We'll move on from real estate news. Let's get into the books I'm reading. Four Agreements, as always, always do your best. I'm not going to lie, didn't read it at all this weekend. I'm going to tell you what happened. What happened was I got caught up with this one. I got caught up with the Celestine Prophecy, which I have back here. James Redfield. Really good book. Really good book. Great story. Um, I'm glad that someone suggested that to me. Jamar over at the Enlightenment Center. That was excellent. So that was a really good book. And then immediately after I finished that book, I had a meeting. I was suggested another book, which was Science of the Mind by Ernest Holmes. This is a very heady book. You got to be really grounded when you read this book. You have to be really grounded when you read or listen to this book. It's an interesting book. Really dives down into scriptures, etc. It's definitely eye-opening. I had some interesting thoughts, some great conversations. One of the biggest thoughts that I had was about intelligence and emotional intelligence. And intelligence is, to me, is the ability to understand things that are presented to you, and understand different things in different formats. The more formats, the more ways that you can understand how different things are being communicated. That's your intelligence. Now, to communicate it back to other people and to take cues, that's the emotional intelligence. This book didn't go into that, but that's where my mind kind of went as I read this book, because it's a very heady book. I suggest it's definitely a great reading. However, you need to be grounded. Do not, and what I mean by that, you need to be spiritually grounded when you read this book. That's my suggestion. So, um, yeah, this is for people who definitely want to take a deeper dive into spirituality. All right, perfect. I said I wasn't going to take too long. I am going to be doing something called In Our Backyard. There are so many great businesses. There's so many different sites, experiences that I've had in the last week, 2 weeks, that I think needs to be brought to light. So I'm going in. I'm gonna really delve into it. So this is gonna be another segment that it's gonna be called In Our Backyard, really focusing on the northern Palm Beach County. So when I say northern Palm Beach County, I'm really talking about maybe Boynton, north to Jupiter. So I'm really gonna delve into that. So I want you all to continue watching that. And then of course we have Podcast Plus, who I did an interview with, and I'm going to dive into this right now, and then we'll end the show. But this was dope. This was a dope interview that I did, and just even watching this, I had some thoughts come up. So I want you guys to check this out, an interview I did with Tori Christina over at Podcast Plus. They dropped the I guess this might be the sizzle reel. I guess that's what it's called. So here's the sizzle reel. I want you all to check out my sizzle reel. Let me know if you all can hear this.
Nothing is final like death. Right.
right? It's just a finality of it. Like that's that.
Hmm.
And
Uh-oh.
This is something to think about.
yeah. So that's that. So that kind of
That
like
awkward
death,
pause. I'm
Right.
gonna rewind.
right? It's just a finality of
It
it.
was
Like
weird.
that's that.
I should have ended the interview right there. Uh-oh, can you hear it?
Really very traumatic for me. Like I said, best friends.
Uh,
Even his final like death,
Right.
right? It's just a finality of it. Like that's that.
Hmm.
And
This is something to think about.
yeah. So that's that. So that was definitely very traumatic for me. Like I said, best friends, hung out. This is the guy who would call, when everybody called the next day to make sure everybody was okay.
He was that
Very,
guy.
very impactful person.
Hmm.
And so, that death was definitely tough for me. And that same, man, it was a lot. That was 2008. My grandfather passed that same year as well. It was very impactful for me. My first male role model, like that was stuck with me. So it had been a lot,
Hmm.
during that time. You just, at that time you just deal with it. Uh I think and I think around that time, probably rock is probably when I did go see counseling.
Okay. I was going to ask that. Like,
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
really ever reach out for professional help?
Yeah. I think around rock's time, I did go to see counseling, if I'm not mistaken.
And what triggered that move?
It was just like I was always open to it. Thank God, like thank God I'm open to a lot of different things.
So an awesome interview. Definitely thankful for these different platforms that are out there, especially in regards to mental health, counseling, etc. Uh-oh, what is this? Let me give me 1 second. Okay, yeah. I guess I'm moving on to the next video. So check out Podcast Plus and everything that they're doing out there in Riviera Beach. Excellent. We have a lot of new and upcoming advanced businesses that are happening here in Palm Beach County. And I want to make sure that I bring these things to the forefront because a lot of things that we're seeking outside, it's here. It may not be as big as a platform, but we're getting there, guys. So we're definitely doing well in Palm Beach. All right, perfect. Man, under 15 minutes, man. I love you guys. I'm gonna make this easy. I appreciate you all. Remember Friday, Community Beacon. Can't wait to see you. Oh yeah, tomorrow, check out that interview that dropped with Tori Christine. Check that video out. It's gonna be it's a dope video. She's been doing some other great things in regards to that. So check out that entire thing. And if you want the information, I'll you DM me and I'll drop it off to you. See you guys next week or Friday. Hopefully y'all join me Friday. Peace.
A man reproduces himself through his child, so when he leave here, he can just smile. But I see fit to stay here a while, maybe buy a timeshare somewhere, rock bumware, beach chair, write a book each year. You can write yourself out of your blessings, wreck your Lambo the first day just by driving too reckless. Time is too precious, these some obvious lessons. Please remind me to watch my step while I balance on edge and ski on the slopes of life. Slide down the Ave at night, watching them graphing graffiti on walls, that's the sight. Cars from Germany, I be pushing the fastest type. Look at the real estate, brother, I need the asking price. Imagine another rapper making me perspire. I got more styles and more flows, plus I'm much flyer. I got more heights to reach, but I'm already higher. I'm already on to the next